What's up, everybody? So this, what I'm about to show you is, it's called Hellpike's Diagnostic tool. It was designed by me, Hellpike, and I'd like to. It's a good tool for modders, I think. I built it mainly for myself, but I figured I might as well release it if anybody would have use for it. But let me show you what it does. So it replaces the weapons with a special weapon set, and you start out, you got the insta killer, and then there's a bunch of these different tools, and I'll explain how they work. So first is insta killer, next is no clip, fly, and all attributes, meaning when you go over an actor, it's going to display these attributes of the actor: height, radius, alpha, TID. It's got the actor name, the speed, render style, scale X, Y. Now there's other information that you'll see with the other tools, and with these beginning tools, you have no clip, fly, for example. So when I primary fire with this, I think that's fly, and if I want to walk through walls, I'll right click and no clip. And so the idea is that you don't have to type it in the console, and these weapons, they switch instantly. So basically, as soon as you load the game, you switch that, boom, boom, boom. Now you've got God mode, and you're testing your stuff. You don't have to, every single time you boot up the game, you're in here typing into the console. You can see on the left that, you know, the fly mode activated, you know, no clip mode. So there's a little bit of information there on the left to tell you that you have, you know, God mode or not, whatever. So let's turn those off. And it's also displaying the last actor ID, and that will come in important later. This visibility tool, what is this about? Okay. I guess this is to see those like invisible actors. I think a lot of times if you use like a weird render style and you have an actor that's invisible, I think you can use this to see them. The primary fire toggles it off and on, and the alternate fire temporarily just reveals it. I think it's good for missiles with additive render styles and stuff. And now we have here's the puke actor tool, and the purpose of this is first you shoot the actor that you want to display in the world, right? And then you'll shoot these little markers down on the ground, and now you can alt fire, and they spawn into the world. And I'll go ahead and switch to my insta kill. I'll kill these guys once they.
Help me.
Oh, you're a jerk. You're a jerk. Goodbye. Okay. Anyways, so that's the puke actor tool. Now you have here's a puke missile tool, which originally I was designing this to try to get, you know, like a easy way of shooting a bunch of missiles through the map to test missiles, but it actually works better with these actors anyways. I mean, I haven't really used it for that, so I'll show you. You can, so now with this, you're shooting these things. They're markers where you're able to spawn the enemies or whatever, but the difference is you keep on pressing it, and you keep on. So this is like better if you want to spawn a whole bunch of them and see what it's gonna be like.
I need help. I could use some help over here.
You guys are being too loud. Too loud. Stop griping at me. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye bye. Okay, so that's puke actor and puke missile. And then remove actor, that removes the actor, but it doesn't work on dead bodies. So the fact is that I can't get it to work on dead bodies because of the function that's used to pick the actors and stuff is what you use to you know, sort of select these actors. And that function doesn't work with dead bodies. I know I tried to make it work, but it never did. And so another thing is the color of these guns and the position of them is very distinct, which makes it very easy to switch to them and use them without confusing one for another. So here you have the health diagnostic tool, and I'll need to.
Help me.
I'll need to. Who's talking?
I need some help over here.
Yeah, there's some kind of bug there. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, in fact, let me turn down the audio so it doesn't, so I don't get annoying.
Over here. Help.
Okay, so
I need help.
here is health diagnostic tool, and I'll show you how that's used. So I'm going to go to my. Well, first let's activate God mode. And I'm going to go to the puke actor tool.
I could use some help over here.
And let's copy that one and put a couple of her down. Oh, also there is time tool and view coordinates. It may be misnamed. I don't remember what the view coordinates thing. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, viewing the coordinates of the actor in the game world. And the time tool, it obviously freezes time. And I want to say the other way, it slows time. Yeah, it slows time. So you can freeze or slow time. This is kind of to you can observe the actor states to see if it's how you like it, you know what I mean, or if there's some kind of, you know, issues with the animations and stuff. And, you know, freezing time, well, at least it's going to work for showing you how this stuff works. So here you go, you got the health diagnostic tool. And let's see, I think primary fire, I think it gives health. No, it takes health from the actor. You can see her pain state is screwed up. I didn't even know that. Her pain state is screwed up because apparently the first frames of her pain state are not displaying any sprite. So let's. But the health diagnostic tool, you primary fire to take health from the actor to basically, you know, damage the actor, but not, you know, not heavily. And you use alt fire to sort of pump the actor with health. And it could be useful for different things. I think it's especially useful for testing out your pain states and stuff. Let's go back to the time tool. Put in slow motion. I guess there's no pain state at all with these. So I don't remember because I made them a long time ago. But so that's health diagnostic tool. Movement speed tool. So this will actually change the speed of the actor. And part of the purpose of all this is that you're adjusting these values in a way that they make sense in the game engine. So like if you were calling a function like chase many times over with, you know, like let's say the animation had like, you know, 100 frames and you're calling chase from 100 frames, you're going to want the animation to run smoother. You want to call it less times, or I mean more times, and run it faster. But then, you know, the actor's going to be traveling a lot further with chase advancing it, you know, however many map pixels or whatever. So it's about making the character look okay. Like, same with, I have these translation tools, which, so I showed you the speed tool. There's also, let's see, movement speed tool, visibility modifier. This tool might not be ready. I think this might have been about, I think it changed, yeah, it changes the alpha of the character, which this matters more if you're testing for missiles, and this is actually not too good. This tool needs work. But now we got the scale modifier, and this is to, you know, size up or size down the actor. And it goes back to, you know, this idea that you want to make that, you're trying to make the actor like look good in the game engine. If you scale down, you know, image with this resolution too low, like, yeah, the quality is higher, but there's also a difference in the, you know, pixelation, and it's like you want more consistency than that. so you don't want to do that. But now you also got these translation tools, which translation tools is it's setting a translation for the green color in the game. So there are parts of this lady's armor. Actually, I do this with all the characters that I make, where I make a part of them green, and then I use the translations to change their color. That way, so these are all the same set of sprites, but you can make a variety of different characters, and that's what this is really all about. Okay, but some colors are not going to look right, or maybe you just want to be able to in real time change them in the engine, and you can see that this is basically what that does, right? So that you can observe, like, what colors do you actually prefer. Like, oh, this is a pretty violet, where like the color before it wasn't that good. Now let's see this. Oh, maybe we can make it like blood red. Ooh, we got scarlet, like a Scarlet Witch kind of look, right? So that's the translation tools, and you'll think like, well, do I have to write all this stuff down? I'm going to show you that in a minute. You don't have to write all this stuff down. That's part of why, like, how I designed this. Now you have radius, and this uses kind of like a hacky way of putting this, like, this kind of overlay on the actor. And now you're able to kind of change this to, you're trying to change it to more the size of the actor. But the thing is, these mod tools are designed for Zandronum, and if I design them for GZ Doom, you could actually change the size of these actors. But for whatever reason, it's not supported in Zandronum to change the size of an actor. The only way to do it is to basically replace the actor with another actor that's identical but has a different size, and not getting into all that for these tools. But so instead, I've got these just kind of hacky way of doing it, where you bring this in, and then you'll go to like height, and you'll kind of bring it down, and you're kind of just getting it like it. And this is actually a rough estimate too of getting the size, because you can see that it's not perfect. Like, so, it's like this doesn't really make sense, and this is probably more right, and so this is a little hacky, probably needs a little more work, that part of the tool set. But at the end, you get this book out. By the way, whenever you switch to these, you gotta, well, never mind. When you switch to this is called the Log All book, the Log All, weapon. And what it does is it takes all these values that you had applied to the actor, and you press that, and it logs all of that onto the console. And why that's important is that what you do is you set up your engine to log a text file after it runs, and you see all these values, all these things that you had established for that actor, along with his name, is going to be there, and you can plug that into whatever data set you're going to use to set these attributes if you were going to use ACS. But the way I was doing this originally was I was just using this to get the values that I wanted for the individual actors, and then just hard coding them into the actors, and where it shows health there, it's showing the health that I had set with the health diagnostic tool, which is kind of cool if you wanted to, like, get a better feel of, or you want to set their health in here before you export it. But so yeah, that's what it is, guys. And I'm not exactly sure where all these sprites come from. This isn't like, this is just for modders to use to make their own special actors. And if you want to see what things I made with it, here's this lady with these pretty swords. And these sprites are all from Diablo 2. This is like, I've got a really dope way of kind of getting these sprites and putting them into Doom. I got this cool You guys, if you're bored with this, you know, click out. I'm just gonna show you guys some of this stuff first. I got these ladies who shoot bow and arrow, and in the ZDoom forums, I found somebody wrote people have wrote this like really great code. Oh, I gotta think of the times frozen. Somebody wrote this really great code.
I could use some help over here.
For these people to for monsters to try to intercept where you're going, like when they shoot the missile or whatever. It's called projectile intercept, and it's just so cool. Look at the way they shoot these bow and arrows, and they actually lead you with it. Isn't that sweet? It's the freaking coolest thing. I'm still working on it though, because the projectile intercept is more. It's meant for missiles that don't have gravity. So I had to just like arbitrarily, you know, change the arc on these bow and arrow with because they actually have gravity. So I had to I just set them to like arc it higher, you know, as the player is farther away, like checks their distance and then does it. And it's like it's serviceable, but isn't this cool? Like the way they lead. But that's out there if you guys need that for your mod, you know. But yeah, I've got these guys. I got some of these guys. You know, these ladies. These are cool. They shoot.
I need help.
They actually have mana, and they fire these missiles off at you, which also.
Help.
And I'll show you. The death animations are not good. I have better things in the works for the. Actually, I mean, all these actors. I end up sort of ignoring all these actors and getting a new setup going. You know. Oh, this is why I was hearing people. It's because of that puke missile tool with the slow traveling, you know, things flying around or whatever. But yeah, like you can see, I've got the Barbarian from Diablo 2. Then this is the Sorceress from Diablo 2. I have a mod, guys, that's called the Mandrake's Cry, and it takes the zombies from Diablo 2 and it puts them, you know, into Zandronum. And I actually made it to where you can shoot off their limbs and stuff like that. You can shoot off their heads, arms, legs. They crawl around on the ground, and it's pretty dope. It's got some cool features. Definitely check that out if you're into that kind of thing. But so yeah, this is Hellpike's diagnostic tool, guys, and you know, I hope you like it. Hopefully it's, you know, could be useful for you. I don't know. I mean, you could, even if you're not doing all this fancy stuff with the actors, just to test your actors, you can still. I'm going to show you how quickly I can go into the game and set myself to like God mode and stuff, which I could do a lot faster when I was using these regularly, because I don't use them all the time anymore. But I haven't used this in a while because I've just been working on my zombie mod. You can see you can fire up and fly, no clip, God mode. Don't have to type anything in, right? And if you put your monster dormant on, this is all you have to do to have these actors stand here. There's a dormant flag in Doom Builder. So you right click the actors and you see all those check boxes with like different stuff, and one of them says dormant. So all you got to do is make your actor dormant, and then you could take your puke actor tool and spawn as many of them as you need. Test them out. Let's go to the.
I could use some help over here. Help me.
Diagnostic tool. So I don't know what happened with these pain animations, but I guess I screwed up. Oops, no good. What do they look like when they die? Oh. Oh. Ouch. There's a sudden adult deletion syndrome, right? My guys, right? Ha 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 ha. So, there you go, guys. You know, have a good one. Subscribe if you want to see what I end up doing with all this stuff. Hopefully I don't get in trouble with Blizzard Entertainment, but I'm trying to make something cool with these actors, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, guys, that's all there is to it. Okay, cutting off the audio. I had to record the audio separate from OBS in here. It's very weird.